Hi guys, today we will learn about Git. So, what is Git? What is the use of Git? So, how we can perform actions over the GitHub and Git client. So, Git is a source code management tool on which we stored our software code and it manages the versioning as well. So, we can use Git, we can use SVN, we can use Bitbucket. So there is a lots of tools we can use for source code management. So here we are using GitHub and Git client for managing the GitHub account. Okay, so I have to create one GitHub account first. So login on github.com. So here we can create account using the personal Gmail ID for personal use. Other for corporate use, we will get a corporate account in the organizations. So I have created one account here, and after login on that I'm creating one repository. This is my name for this GitHub account, and I'm creating first repo. Here we can provide any description for software code, and we can create two type of repository. One is public and another one is private. So generally we create the private repository because we don't want to post our code for the publicly. So if you want to put some code publicly accessible, so we can put the public repository, otherwise we create the private repository. So I'm creating here private repository, and we can initialize this repository with readme file. So it will create a readme file inside my repository. If I want to create then I can checkbox on that. Otherwise this is not mandatory. Create repository. Okay, so I have created this repository here. So if I want to put my code in this repository, I can directly upload from here, but generally this is not the proper way. If we have a repository, then we have to configure that repository on our local git bash um, client. So we have to install git client as well for our computer and laptop. So we can install git for Windows. We have to download the git. Okay, it's downloaded. You can start download 32-bit or 64-bit setup. So I have to install it. Actually I have already installed this, so it is asking me to overwrite it. I want to create icon on desktop, and I can just follow the default setting, and it will install the git on my machine. It is installing the setup. Meanwhile we can look into the repository setting. So here is the branch. This is the master branch, so which is the default one. Once we will create the repository, and we can create any file from here as well. Give the file name and put the content, then we can commit the code. Okay, launch git bash, so it will launch the git bash terminal. So if we want to launch it from start menu, we can type git bash, so it will launch from here as well. Okay, so here we can create a separate repository, so where we will clone our GitHub repository. My data, go inside my data, so it will not make any confusion. So there is nothing right now. Now let's clone my repository here. So git clone and the paste the URL. So it has cloned my repository. Actually, I have already cloned one another repository from this repository. So on that time, this already asked the credential. So now it's not asking the credential. So if we are doing the first time, it will open the GitHub pop-up for putting the credential. Okay, so we have cloned the first repository here. Go inside that first repo. There is nothing apart from the readme file. Okay, so it now our git bash setup is done. So if we want to put some code over there, so we can put here, like I want to create one file, touch test.txt file. I'm creating one file here just for the testing. So let me put some content inside that test.txt. Okay, hi, I am developer xyz. Okay, save the file. So if I see, there is one file. So if we have put it some any content which is not committed yet, so we can check it. So we can run the command git status, so it will show that it is the untracked file which is test.txt. So we have to commit this file if we want to push it over the remote repository. So let's, first of all, we have to add this file. So if we have created multiple files, we can just run the one command git add dot, so it will add all the files. Or if we want to add any particular file, we have to give the name test.txt, so it will add the text.txt file only. Now we have to commit this change. So if we run git status, it will not show us add option. Okay, so we have to commit this only. Now git commit -m m4 message. So test file edit, we can put any message here. Okay, so it is asking us to provide the username and password, which is who I am. So I have to give my email ID and password using the same command. Let me paste that command. This is the user email, and I have to put my name as well. So then I can commit the changes. Okay, so if I want to commit this, it is committed. So now our, if we run git status, it will know nothing to commit, work tree is clean. Now it's mean that all the changes is committed. So now we have to push this changes. If we look into there is nothing is changed, it is the same. but if we push the changes, it will push that newly created file to the remote repository. Now run git push origin master. So now it will push the changes to the master repository. If we refresh that, now we can see the text file is pushed to this repository, and our message also is there, test file added. This is our commit message. This is the latest commit 1 minute ago. So this is the how we can create a GitHub repository and how we can push the changes. So this is all for this initial setup, and we will learn lots of about the GitHub, how we can tag that any changes, how we can create the new branch, switching between the branch. So we will learn all these rest of the things in next video. So keep learning and keep watching.